Hold the phone, stop the presses. Let's teach these moon boys some valuable charting lessons. Let's get this crypto. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. We need to discuss what's going on here with the Bitcoin price. Right now, this is it. This appears to be that breaking point. If we can get past this critical resistance, I think the probability for a new bull market to officially begin certainly increases. But, we right now cannot disregard the fact that we are at one of the most crucial potential rejection points in Bitcoin history. All of this and more here on today's stream. But of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice. This is not trading advice. I am not your financial advisor. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and these are only my own speculative opinions. With that being said, let's begin right here on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. So, Bitcoin has recovered drastically since that plunge due to the global uncertainty debacle back in March. But right now, even though things have been on the up and up, we need to look at this rationally and logically. If we switch over to the line chart, which only accounts for candle body closes, and we can see that yesterday we closed at a very critical region. Ding, 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 chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're vegan. We closed right at this macro historic line of resistance right about at 12,000. The chart speaks for itself. I think you could see why this is so important, my friends. There's really not much in terms of resistance historically up inside this range here. Sure, new resistance could be created up here. It's just that, technically speaking, if we even go back to the candlestick chart now, there's just not been much price action activity up inside this range. So theoretically, if the Bitcoin price is to be able to move above this resistance line, see the volume continue to come in, and close weekly candle bodies up inside this range, we then have potentially flipped old macro resistance into new macro support to then potentially begin the next bull run up above 12,000. Just think about that for a second, okay? Essentially, right, all of this action down here meant nothing, right? Oh, Kirby, you didn't buy the bottom. Chill, little James. It's not about that. It's about where, when we look back in time, will we say that the new bull market officially began, right? In terms of there was way less risk for a potential upside action to continue rather than more potential downside action to continue, right? For me, when we look back in time, Bitcoin historically started that next bull market right there at about $1,000, right? When it broke that last all-time high, right? So that's what I'm saying for Bitcoin right now. And I don't think that we need to see Bitcoin break an all-time high this time to confirm that. For me, this range here, right? Let's actually draw a box again. This box here and this range here, all the way up to about 12,000, to me looks very, very similar to that range back there from 2013 all the way to 2017, where we had this very staunch horizontal resistance that once broken through and closed above, it was off to the races, right? You guys see that. Let's get this crypto. If you appreciate thus far, my friends, don't forget to leave a thumbs up for the video. I so appreciate it. Thank you very much. And if you are brand new, welcome to the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis channel you're ever going to find. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. So right now, Bitcoin is in a very, very unique spot. And now we need to look at the indicators and other sentiments here to see what looks more probable here, in my opinion. So let's go back to the candlestick chart, and we're going to use some indicators here. First and foremost, let's pull up the DPO. Okay. Now, as I just stated, this seems to me to be the last line in the sand here, right? And what's interesting is the DPO, right? This is looking for potential market cycle tops. Now, just look at it, my friends. Dating all the way back into 2017, this red range here on the DPO has coincided with so many short-term and long-term market cycle tops. I mean, some of the most heinous tops that we've seen come in have, correlated with this indicator here. And right now, Bitcoin, unfortunately, on the daily time frame, is right here inside this range. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that Bitcoin has to find a short-term or long-term cycle top here. It's just stating, hey, there should be at least some caution here, because this is the range we've historically seen some dumps, and we are right now at that staunch level of resistance, right? So the level of concern there for me is not overwhelming, but it is just a warning sign to keep on your radar, okay? Now, moving forward, also here on the KST, what I want you guys to understand is that this range in particular, where we are at right now, this is where we've seen some of these tops come in, right? Right here, boom, right here, boom, right here, boom. So with Bitcoin right now creeping up into that range once again, it's just another warning sign, right? In a new bull market, things change, right? The bearish indicators get taken out, right? So it's not like these things have to be respected, for all eternity and all of time. It's just that, hey, if this is going to remain bearish for a bit, we are at the point right now where a dump could be expected, in my opinion, at any given moment. Let's get this crypto. But now let's take a look here at some other things, right? An alternate perspective. So let's take a look now at the KST on the weekly time frame. Well, we're back above the zero line, and we had our bullish cross. Things look very nice here, right? The last time we saw this, my friends, getting back above a zero line and a bullish cross, was at the end of that bear market around 3,000 back in 2019. Okay, and then before that, where did it happen last time? Right there at the end of the bear market back in 2015. So for me, my friends, this is very, very nice here. So you could see from two different time frames, there's two different perspectives, right? For me, this type of indicator here becomes much stronger once we get above that $12,100 level and begin to close candle bodies in there, because then we have in my opinion, a confirmed breakout above the long-term macro resistance line, and we have this KST crossing. Let's look at our alligator now. Take a look, my friends. The alligator is one of my most favorite macro momentum indicators. We had our cross, the red above the blue and the green right here. Right now, the price action is continuing to the upside. We are seeing widening of the bands, which is exactly what you want to see. And similar to the KST, when did we get that cross last time, my friends? Ding, 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 chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're vegan, right there at the bottom of the bear market before the most parabolic run in Bitcoin history. Let's get this crypto. My friends, leave a thumbs up for that one. Let's get this crypto. So right now, that's basically what I'm seeing in terms of the indicators that I'm liking for a macro perspective. But what we really need to keep our eyes on here is the US dollar, my friends, because right now, as I showed you in the last video, right now, historically, the dollar has liked to bounce around this range. Right? This range has had confluence in it dating all the way back into the 1980s. Okay, my friends? And even though the dollar, in my opinion, appears to be on a significant downtrend on the DXY, if there were going to be a bounce spot, this seems like the spot where a bounce could potentially come in. So taking this into consideration, what we have to understand here is that the correlation between the US dollar index and the Bitcoin price has just been uncanny, my friends. I feel like a broken record at this point, but I'll show you here again that back here in 2017 all the way to 2018, the US dollar index saw an absolutely savage bear market, and it coincided directly, my friends, with the parabolic uptrend for Bitcoin. Now, fast forward here into the current day, and this whole downtrend in the DXY has directly coincided and correlated with the uptrend in the price of BTC. So keep your eye here, my friends, on this DXY ticker, because right now it's very possible that this could be gearing up for, at least in my opinion, a short-term bounce, right? We can already see we've had, some support here on the daily time frame. Essentially, a double bottom came in, right? Possibly forming somewhat of a W pattern. And if that is, in fact, to at least have a short-term bounce, right? Even if it's just back up somewhere like this into this resistance level here, and then fail again, it's possible that this run up here, if it occurs, could lead to a short-term downtrend in the Bitcoin price. But this is where you having a plan has to come in, because you have to look at this from multiple perspectives. Is this time to go short? Is this time to buy the dip? Et cetera, right? You need to have a plan. Personally, my friends, I'm strategizing right now for either if we break up, I'm looking for a potential breakout trade, or if we break down, am I looking to short or buy the dip? Personally, I have closed out my most recent position, my friends. Shout out to my VIPs. This was my most recent trade I just took. I entered a BTC USD long at 9,525, and I wound up taking profit already for a net average profit of plus 15%. Absolutely savage. If you do want to see how I'm strategizing for my next trade as I look to continue to crush this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can, well, my friends, I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. So with that being said, for me, there's a lot to take into consideration here. There are more factors at play than just this Bitcoin chart, but this is the line in the sand, right? And I hope right now, my friends, that you are appreciating this analysis here, because at this very moment, for me, this is the area to watch. There's not much that I'm going to be doing here until I see how Bitcoin reacts at this level. Currently, we're just continuing sideways, right? But when this break comes, it may be absolutely shocking, the type of move that comes out of here. So don't get caught like a deer in the headlights, okay? Don't take that trip to Rec City with Average Joe and James at the water cooler. You're better than that. You deserve better than that, okay? Have a plan. If you fail to plan, then your plan is to fail. The Don does not plan to fail. The Don plans to succeed. So keep your eye on that, as well as here on the GBTC chart, my friends. This one is very, very important to me here. As we can see, we had a falling wedge pattern, broke out to the upside. Now, this front ran Bitcoin a little bit. This chart sometimes trades at a premium, okay? And right now, I really like where this is at. And the dump was just a little bit more heinous than we saw for the actual spot BTC. But look where it found support, my friends, right on top of the old resistance. Surely that can fail. It doesn't need to maintain, but that does look positive. But if we are to break down, I've outlined here some potential targets for me, right? And this red box that was once resistance may potentially now flip into a green box of potential support here, right? Where now if we dump into here, it doesn't have to be the end of the world, right? I'm sure all the bearish degenerates, I told you, Kirby, it's going to zero. Little James, pipe down, my friend. Because right here we have the honey hole of Don Carbonacio between the 0.5 and the 0.618 Fibonacci retracements here, okay? So on the logarithmic, that's right now a pretty savage move. Let's go from the top here down. That's about a 20% drop to the 0.5 and about a 24% drop to the 0.618. Let's actually go to the regular scale now, just to see it from both perspectives. On a regular scale, down to the 0.5 is about an 18% drop, and down to the 0.6 is about a 22% drop. Savage, heinous, and a borderline ludicrous debacle, if you do in fact ask me. But again, if the indicators still look nice, maybe we get some bullish divergences, right? And if that price action can find support in here, my friends, it could be that this is now a buy the dip market rather than short the top and look to ride it into the abyss, right? It's possible that this market has changed the environment, right? And it's important as traders to identify when the market has truly shifted, right? So right now, this range to me, you've seen, I already took profit on a massive trade there. Shout out to my VIPs again. But basically right now, if this market is turning into a buy the dip market, you best believe that the Don is going to potentially be looking for opportunity here. So if you want to see exactly where I'll potentially be looking to buy Bitcoin, go long on Bitcoin if we get the drop, well, I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. And if we wind up getting heinously rejected, we start to see things like bearish divergences, all sorts of things, mixing it into the pot with maybe the US dollar sees that bounce, this line is not crossed and closed upon, I may look to even short, at least short term for now. So like I said, don't get caught like a deer in the headlights here, my friends. You have to have a plan. So right now, I am personally planning to strike like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto. So if you want to see exactly how I'll be setting up my trades in real time, my friends, today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I'll see you in VIP right now. I'm going to be posting all of my exact entries in real time, exact potential take profit zones in real time, exclusively in VIP. My friends, keep your eye on the dollar. Keep your eye on this altcoin market, which is at a very critical territory here as well. I'll just quickly show you very similarly here to the Bitcoin price, the KST on the daily here is at a point of concern for me. The DPO as well is at a point of concern for me, right? And above all else, look at the price range here that has seen so much rejection in the past, right? Support here, well, actually resistance here back in 2017, support, breakdown, back test, resistance, breakdown, up, resistance, breakdown. Look where we are right now, my friends. Just like Bitcoin being at one of the most critical points. This to me right now is at a very critical level where if we break through, for me personally, I certainly see the probability of continued further upside action to increase at that point, because then it's very possible that if we break through this level and hold the price action above there, that this red box can then become green to act as a potential floor for a new bull market. Let's get this crypto. But for the time being, it has to remain red until we get through there, close, and see some price action bounce around in there, okay? Let's get this crypto. But my friends, just don't get caught like a deer in the headlights here. It wouldn't surprise me if a dump did happen to come in. It doesn't have to. You just have to be ready for the potential breakout up or the potential breakdown. And the dollar, in my opinion, is going to remain a huge X factor here. So keep your eye on the DXY as well. Personally, my friends, I'm preparing to strike like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto, while little James is over here holding his hardware wallet in the right hand, holding a spoonful of caviar in the other, putting a down payment on an all-white suit, a 10-gallon hat, and a pimp cane. The Don is going to remain cool, calm, and collected, preparing to strike like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto. Don't let this market toy with your emotions. You control your emotions. You control how you play this market. You control your risk management. You control your own destiny. My friends, with that being said, I will see you in VIP right now. Let's get this crypto. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button, my friends. It really helps the algorithm. A comment would be epic too. Share this video in your chats, share this video in your socials. And my friends, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all. Welcome to the channel. And until next time, my friends, I'll see you in VIP right now. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.